Welcome to a profound exploration of a dark truth. How unchecked desire can become a self-destructive force, cutting you from within. Imagine a moment. You see her photo on your phone. Your heart begins to pound, a visceral reaction. In that instant, desire ignites within you, but it feels like a sharp knife, cutting deep from the inside. You might mistakenly believe that this intense passion is your fuel, a driving force for connection and love. But this is a lie. It's actually a poison your own mind injects, subtly eroding your peace and well-being, disguised as something beneficial. There's an old, pervasive belief that strong desire is the key to conquering love, that it somehow guarantees affection. I'm here to shatter that illusion, to reveal how this very desire can destroy you, leaving you isolated and broken. Consider the hypothetical example of Brad Pitt post Angelina in 2025, lonely, broken, a shadow of his former self, consumed by what he lost. The big idea here is that desire isn't a strength. It's a chain, binding you to an outcome you cannot control. Break free from this chain, and true attraction, genuine connection, becomes your impenetrable shield. Our first insight is the chain of need. You find yourself texting her late at night, messages like, "I can't live without you." She reads these pleas, and instead of drawing closer, she vanishes, repelled by the intensity of your perceived need. Think of Brad in 2025, sending endless, heartfelt messages to Angelina, only to be met with deafening silence. Psychologically, dopamine, while associated with pleasure, can also forge addiction, creating a compulsive need for external validation. Philosophically, Freud's concept of libido suggests that unchecked desire can devour the ego, consuming your sense of self. Release this desperate need, and you will find that true freedom and a stronger sense of self returns. Our second insight is the illusion of pursuit. You chase her relentlessly, convinced that this pursuit is an expression of love. However, your brain is deceiving you. It's often an inner void, a deep-seated insecurity that drives this forward. Scientifically, the limbic system triggers an escape from pain, making you believe that acquiring her affection will fill that void. In street philosophy, the hunter, in his relentless chase, ultimately becomes the prey, losing himself in the process. Brad, in his pursuit, lost himself, his identity becoming intertwined with the chase rather than his own self-worth. Our third insight is the mask of desperation. Your eyes, often unconsciously, betray a deep hunger for approval. She senses this underlying desperation, an almost palpable need, and instinctively turns away, repelled by it. Consider post-divorce Brad. Interviews full of longing, a palpable sadness, causing women to instinctively flee from his perceived weakness. Psychologically, mirror neurons and others read this weakness, reflecting back a sense of unease and aversion. Philosophically, Nietzsche's concept of the will to power suggests that desperation repels, while strength and self-possession attract. Hide this mask of desperation, cultivate genuine confidence, and you will transform into an undeniable magnet. Our fourth insight is the poison of waiting. You anxiously await her call, your entire being consumed by anticipation. This prolonged waiting causes cortisol, the stress hormone, to poison your blood, impacting your physical and mental health. Brad in 2025, after months of agonizing waiting, succumbed to depression and lost his physical form, a shell of his former self. Psychologically, chronic stress is known to kill testosterone, diminishing your drive, energy, and overall vitality. Philosophically, Stoics teach us about controlling what we can. Waiting for external validation is a form of self-inflicted suicide. Live fully in the present moment. Reclaim your agency, and your inherent power will return stronger than ever. Our final insight is thirst reversal. Instead of being consumed by desire, turn it into a strategic game. Shift your focus, and you become the prize, the coveted individual others seek out. Brad could have adopted an attitude of indifference, focusing on his own life, and Angelina might have returned, drawn by his self-sufficiency. Psychologically, the scarcity effect boosts value. What is rare and unavailable becomes more desirable. Philosophically, Lao Tzu's concept of the Tao teaches us to flow without effort, to attract by simply being, not by chasing. Become rare, cultivate your own unique value, and attraction will explode around you, effortlessly. You might be furious, asking, why does desire betray me? Why does rejection cut so deeply and insecurity strangle communication in relationships? The awareness is this. Your mind wields desire as a weapon against yourself, creating a cycle of longing and disappointment. Seize control of this internal narrative, reprogram your thinking habits, and you will gain unwavering confidence. Transition from a state of desperate need to one of calm indifference, from relentless chase to effortless attraction. In conclusion, desire is your enemy only until you learn to make it your servant, a tool rather than a master. Break the chain of need, cultivate your inner strength, and watch what happens. One cold, confident glance from you, and she'll run after you like never before, drawn by your newfound power and self-possession.